When detectives asked Edna Jones if she'd helped move Anthony Wilson's body, she calmly replied,
"Well, yes, you did." I said, "Where you at?" Well, he asked me, he said, "Can you bring my clothes to me? I'm at my teacher's house."
The detective didn't challenge her directly. He just tilted his head and asked,
"Basically what you're telling me is all my eyewitness accounts of people that aren't in trouble and have nothing, they're lying."
This moment reflects the strategic use of silence, a psychological tactic where investigators allow the weight of a short pause and a simple question to amplify discomfort. The quiet isn't empty, it's pressure.
Feel bad for the guy that got murdered. The guy that got murdered, the guy that got thrown in the trash, just thrown away like he's nothing, got set on fire.
But the pertinent questions are who this demonic woman is, what happened on March the 26th, 2020. Welcome back to my channel. I don't have many followers, but your single comment is a ray of hope for me. It was a cool spring evening, March 26th, 2022, in Tyler, Texas. The quiet of West Gentry Parkway was shattered by something no one saw coming. Inside apartment C, 26-year-old Timothy Jones was spiraling. Paranoid and convinced people were watching him. He believed his neighbor, Anthony Wilson, was being nosy. Around 4 a.m., that paranoia erupted into violence. Timothy shot Anthony inside his bedroom, leaving a brutal scene. Blood splattered across the bed, walls, and floor. With Anthony dead, panic took over. Timothy's girlfriend, Edna Jones, helped wipe blood from doors and floors, while another man, Christian Polk, helped carry the body out wrapped in a blanket. They dumped it near a creek outside town and burned what remained. But by the next evening, police discovered the blood, the lies unraveled. So they brought the couple in for the interrogation, and this is the first time you will comparative analysis of their interrogation simultaneously. Let's jump into the interrogation.
Big plans today, did you?
Really not really. I just went to PAB and to my mama's PAB to get my son some more diapers because he was running out.
Do you know why you were stopped today and why you were arrested?
No.
Okay, right now you have 2 active warrants for your arrest, okay?
I do.
I'm going to read something to you real quick, okay? So we talked.
What are the 2 warrants for?
So right now,
I know I had 2 tickets.
well, these are more in relation to what we were talking about yesterday, okay? These are not tickets. We talked to you a little bit about how serious this is, okay? So right now you have a warrant for tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, which is a felony, and then failure to report a felony, okay? Those are the 2 that you have right now. So it's pretty serious, okay? Which is why you should probably have it in your head right now that you've gotten in a lot of trouble because of what somebody else did, right? And you weren't completely honest with me yesterday, were you? About everything. There's still some things that you weren't honest about. Okay? And I know that. So what I'm doing today is giving you an opportunity to come clean about everything. Okay? Or you could potentially get into more trouble. Because I know that you lied about some things, okay? And they're kind of big things, okay? And we talked about that yesterday too, or last night. DNA and video and all those kinds of things, okay? We've already gotten a lot of that. And so I can prove that you lied to me about some things, okay? And I don't know why, unless you have a lot more involvement in this and you did a lot more to get in trouble.
I don't know.
Okay? So why not tell me the truth then?
From the very beginning, detectives assert that they already know the truth. Statements like "we already have DNA and video" establish a truth dominance frame, where the interrogator positions themselves as the keeper of reality. This tactic forces the suspect to operate within the detective's version of events. Psychologically, it draws from social dominance theory. People tend to comply with perceived authority figures, especially under uncertainty.
Why would you try to comfort for yourself so much and other people, okay, unless you had more to do with this?
I didn't have more to do with it.
Okay. Well, I've got all the notes from when we talked the first time, okay? But I would like to touch on a couple of different things specifically, okay? We talked about Timothy took your keys. You couldn't go anywhere in that van, right? But somehow or another, he got back over there without a car.
He wasn't in my car. And my car was parked.
Okay, you never took him. Once he brought you your van to your cousin's house, you never took him anywhere.
I didn't take him nowhere.
So why do I have an eyewitness saying you were in the van with him and this other guy?
I went in the van with him and no other guy.
And why do I have a witness saying that?
I don't know, but I was not in my van with him and no other guy. Only person that was in my van when he came back, well, he was in my van, and I went to my van to see where he was going to take them clothes that he had in my van. And he still wanted me to take him to his mother's house and drop him off. And I told him I can't do that. I even texted him and told him that you're going to have to find somebody else to come get you and your stuff.
Why did you tell him that? Why did you refuse to take him?
I'm in enough trouble as it is with the whole situation. So I was not going to take you nowhere else.
So I got an eyewitness saying that. When I look at the video, you're not going to be in that van.
I wasn't in the van.
Have you talked to Timothy since I talked to you?
No, I haven't. Last time, I didn't talk to him at all, but I had seen that he had posted a video on his story on Facebook Saturday when he was in Mama's house in the bathroom. I haven't talked to him since then.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You haven't seen him?
No.
You didn't see him the night that we talked?
No, I did not. Positive.
Because like I said, this is your last chance.
Eyewitnesses place her there. She insists she wasn't. When reality and denial collide, detectives keep the contradiction in play until it wears the lie down. One loose thread, the van, and the whole sweater starts to unravel.
I'm positive.
You got these two, and you could be looking for him.
I haven't seen him at all. Since he brought me my van, and when I left walking from my cousin's house, I have not seen him since then.
Okay. So the night that I brought you up here and talked to you
Mm-hmm.
from your aunt's house on Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
was he there?
No, he was not. Wasn't nobody there but my uncle, my mama, and my 4 kids and his girlfriend.
So basically what you're telling me is all my eyewitness accounts of people that aren't in trouble and have nothing to lose or gain from this, they're lying. And you're telling me the
Yeah,
truth.
because he was not over there.
And why would those people lie?
I don't know, but he was not there.
See, you have all the motive in the world to lie for him. Right? Because
No,
he's
no,
the
no.
father of your children. So you would want to hide him from me.
No, I'm not hiding him from you. That's the truth.
Well, I mean, based on our experience in the last interview, I know that you will lie to me because you did it a lot. Okay? And these are bigger things, okay? Because I need to find him. You know what I'm saying? He has a murder warrant for his arrest right now. You understand that?
Yes.
You know why?
Because he had murdered that man?
Because he killed somebody in cold blood for no damn reason.
Right.
Okay? And then you helped him cover it up. Try to cover it up. But you know what? Y'all didn't do a very good job. Because the person he killed, I found him. The next day, I found him. He didn't do a very good job hiding. I got all the damn evidence in the world to put you in prison for the rest of your life and put him in prison. If you want to be honest with me and tell me everything you know, it's probably going to look good for you.
I am
When
telling
this goes to trial, it's going to be like, okay, she's trying to help him out because she feels bad about what happened.
And I do.
Okay.
No, if I would have seen him the same day, the same night that y'all had took me over there, I would have called y'all and told y'all. He was not over there.
So everybody else is lying. You're telling me the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
The detective keeps contrasting Edna's claims with evidence. So everyone else is lying, and you're telling the truth? This confrontation creates cognitive dissonance, the discomfort caused when one's beliefs and external facts don't align. To relieve that tension, most suspects unconsciously begin revising their story to fit reality, inching closer to confession.
How many times have you seen him before?
A couple of times, but I haven't seen him like that because him and Tookie don't hang around like that.
What does
Bye.
Timothy call him?
called him his cousin. I don't think they related.
Call his cousin, like they're close, but they're not blood related.
Right.
From my understanding, you have 4 kids.
Yes.
What ages are they?
I have a 5-year-old,
Okay.
9 months, a 7, and a 9-year-old.
5-year-old, a 9-month-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long have you been dating Timothy?
I would say off and on since 2015.
Okay. Are the kids his?
2 of them is.
The 9-month-old and 5-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does he have any other girls that he talks to besides you that you know of?
Mitra Harris.
Mitra? How do you know? Like, did you just know her through him, or did you know her beforehand?
Well, I know her before she got with him
Okay.
because I met her through my brother.
Okay. I assume you're not friends with her. Like, you just know who she
We
is.
just conversate.
Okay. About Timothy, or?
Yeah,
Okay. Does he still see Mitra
he was.
while you were dating him?
Yes. Well, we wasn't together, but it was kind of like co-parenting situation.
The relationship web surfaces, co-parenting, on-off intimacy, and another woman in the mix. Detectives aren't prying for gossip. They're mapping motive and leverage. Loyalty can be a chain. Today, it's the chain keeping her quiet.
Okay. So you're aware of Mitra and that he sees her on and off as well. I guess you see him on and off as well. Okay, and I know Detective Barton kind of honed in on the fact that you could be potentially charged with murder as being part of it, okay, party to it. Now, this is probably the last time that either one of us will stop and talk to you, okay? I don't plan on going to visit you at the jail, okay? That's why we have recording devices, which is what you see here. You see that little thing up there? It's recording you too, okay? So at one point, once this goes to trial, and it will go to trial eventually, whether it be for the murder or for these, the jury's going to have a chance to view all that's going on in here. So that's why we try to tell you, and I tell people who are not involved wholeheartedly in the murder, like, I don't think you killed him.
I did.
Yeah, but you're still party to it because you were there and witnessed stuff, right?
Right.
And at this point, it's you putting yourself more as a witness rather than someone that's cold-hearted and was part of it. Does that make sense? So that's why we're telling you. Just tell us whatever happened. Whatever happened, right? It's in the past. You got to deal with it as it comes, right?
At several points, the female detective reassures Edna that, "I don't think you killed him, and you're more of a witness than a participant." This employs minimization tactics grounded in neutralization theory, which allows offenders to rationalize their behavior by reframing moral responsibility. By softening the moral weight, the detective encourages partial truth, a safe confession that feels less self-destructive.
So for that reason, do you mind telling me what happened that night? Okay, so this was on the 26th, is that right? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So the 25th, which would have been Friday, what were you doing on Friday?
Well, Friday after my kids had got out of school, I said it was around 4, I went over there. Because I asked them, can I wash clothes over there? And can we stay the night?
Over
To Timothy.
Okay.
And he said, yeah. So I went over there, me and kids, and they spent the night. And my 9-month-old, he was up because he was crying, he was teething.
Okay.
So it was like 5-something in the morning, 5:36, something like that.
On Saturday?
And I couldn't go back to sleep, so I got up and took me a shower. And then I had went back in the room where Timothy's room was. And that's when I had seen his homeboy standing up in the room.
Okay.
And I asked him.
Let me stop you real quick. Where he stays, is it like he rents a room, but
Yeah.
they share bathrooms and everything? So you have to leave your room to go take a shower,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come back in, and after you see the friend.
Right.
Okay? Well, what happens then?
And I seen his friend standing up in there.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, where's Timothy? He said he's outside. So then I had went to go outside to look for Timothy, but I didn't go outside because I had seen him in the room,
What room?
in the man's room.
The one that got killed?
Yeah. I had seen him in there. So I had went back in the room, in Timothy's room,
Okay.
and then I left out the room, and that's when I had went when I had found out that Timothy was in the room with the man, I had went back I was headed towards the room, then that's when his homeboy that went in there, he had followed behind me, went back in there with Timothy, and they was trying to get the body.
The detective keeps echoing Edna's own phrasing back at her, the van. I didn't take him anywhere. I told him no. This technique exploits cognitive anchoring bias, where people rely too heavily on their initial statements when adjusting or defending their story. By replaying her own language, detectives lock her into prior lies, forcing inconsistencies to surface naturally without overt accusation.
Okay, so you leave Tim's room to go find Tim outside. Before you get there, you see him in the other room.
Yeah.
And then the friend had followed behind you. He enters your room with Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you talk to them? Do you say anything to them?
At that point, no, because I was like just in shock.
Okay, what did you see?
I seen the man. He was laying in the bed on his back, and he was covered up in a blanket. And they was getting the body, or picking the body up, and he had asked me to open the door, so I opened the door.
Who asked you?
Timothy.
Okay.
So they could go out the door. And when I opened the door, that's when I seen the black SUV. And then when they had took the body, I had the door open, and while they was taking the body to the car, and then they had tried to put the body in the trunk. So they had went around to the driver's side, and he had asked me to open the door. So I opened the door and unlocked it. The door was the front door was unlocked or whatever.
Okay.
But he told me to unlock the door to see if the bathroom worked or whatever. But they still couldn't get it open, so I had opened the other door.
What other door?
The back door on the driver's side.
Back door. Okay, so it's like an SUV kind of thing? Okay.
And they had put the body in there.
Okay. Now, when you were in the room with them, with Timothy and with this other guy, did you ever touch anything?
I wasn't in the room. I stood by the door.
You stood by the door,
Yeah.
so you never entered the room itself. Right. Okay. And do you know who that guy is?
No.
Have you ever seen him before?
Well, I had seen him before because I was over there I think about 2 weeks ago. Because I had barbecued over there, and him and Timothy was talking because there was a leak up under the sink. But before it's me just holding a conversation with him.
When a detective asks rapid, detail-heavy questions about timelines, so you left, then came back, then cleaned the blood, it increases cognitive load, rooted in cognitive load theory. Lying requires more mental resources than truth-telling because false stories must remain consistent with fabricated timelines. Under pressure, suspects forget details, contradict themselves, or simplify their answers, signaling deception.
Okay. Did Timothy ever tell you any issues he had with this guy?
He just said that he was nosy, and he had told me the night before that he overheard the dudes telling somebody that they better not say shit or something like that.
But the dead guy was telling someone?
And
The victim?
Yeah.
Was telling who?
He didn't say who. He said he overheard him talking to somebody and telling them that they better not say shit.
Any idea why he said he's nosy?
He said because he be walking he be every time somebody come over there, he'd come out the room and have his door open, so be watching or walk down the hallway, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Like he was just listening to what everybody else was doing, kind of thing.
The detectives revisit key moments multiple times, especially the van and the cleanup, forcing Edna to relive them repeatedly. This is narrative looping, a technique inspired by classical conditioning. Repetition of the same topic while associating it with guilt or fear conditions the suspect's brain to link emotional discomfort with deception.
And you've met this man before?
I have seen him before.
Okay. Over at Timothy's house or somewhere else?
At his mama's house when he was staying with his mom.
How long has Timothy known this guy?
I don't know.
You think for a while?
Yeah, he's been known a while because he called him his cousin.
Now, when you saw him over at Timothy's mama's house, was the guy just visiting or was he staying with him?
He was just busy.
How old do you think that guy?
He's like in his 20s. I'll say maybe 24, 25, somewhere in there.
Okay.
It's possibility. Yeah.
Okay. I think Timothy does like music videos or
Yeah,
something
he
like
rap.
that. Right? Okay. Does this guy rap with him?
I never seen him rap with him.
You ever seen him post a picture with this guy?
Touching with your hands. Me boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Please come give me a cigarette. I just want to smoke a cigarette. I want to take it and nothing to do. Nothing to do, you know I don't get it.
Do you think that unknown guy is going to be on the snap somewhere?
I don't know about his Snap. I don't know if they're friends on Snap, but I do believe they're friends on Facebook.
Okay. So if you were to look at his Facebook and look at his friends, you think you'd be able to pick him out? Okay.
Near the end, the female detective calmly says, "Whatever happened, happened. It's in the past." This is empathic entrapment, a final stage tactic based on attachment theory and the principle of reciprocity. By offering emotional validation, the detective becomes the only figure providing empathy in an environment of fear.
That Friday night, the Friday night when they came to pick me up, it was around 8 or 9 when they had picked me up.
You mean Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. When they had picked me up and he called to ask, can I get his clothes? Take his clothes to his mom's house.
Are you talking about when law enforcement picked you up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
It was that same night.
was it before or after you got picked up?
It was before.
And he called you from his regular phone or from a
Regular phone.
Did he say where he was?
You know? Well, yes, he did. I said, where you at? Well, he asked me, he said, can you bring my clothes to me? I'm at my teacher's house. I said, all right, just like that. But I didn't take them clothes one day.
Okay. So you were never actually in the van with him?
I wasn't.
Y'all never went back to his apartment to get anything?
You know,
Do you know who the landlord is over there?
where he stayed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name or nothing like that, but I know him when I see him.
You've seen him
I know
before?
him. I know he's a black man.
Okay. But you've never actually talked to him or anything like that. Did you see him in the last couple of days?
Anything else that you left out?
I'm real back.
Once he had got like I say, I was holding the door open, you know, when they brought the body out. And some blood had got on my scrubs.
Like scrub pants?
Yeah, scrub my pants. And on my sock. So I wiped it off with the baby wipe.
Okay. Did it come all the way off? Or
It's smeared.
Smeared.
Yeah.
Where are those clothes at?
It's at my aunt's house on 271.
Okay. Where are they at in their house?
And in the bathroom on the floor.
You washed them?
No.
Still dirty?
Yeah.
Still got blood on them?
Yes.
You said it was on your pants and one sock.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
I was wearing some pink slides.
Pink slop.
I don't know if it got on there or not, but I know it got on my sock and my pants.
She names the shoes and the sock, but the stain matters more than the style. Physical transfer locks stories in place. If blood is on her clothes, the scene touched her, and her story can't stay clean for long.
Any reason that you can think of that someone that eyewitnesses would mistakenly say that you were
I really don't know, because I know once I went over to my cousin's house, she told me that she had seen Timothy at the gas station with another girl. So I don't know, but I know
Which cousin?
Her name is Amber Brooks.
Okay.
She told me that she had seen him at the gas station with another girl. Well, she had told my cousin, Chris, which is her stepdaddy, that she had seen Timothy at the gas station. I don't know if he was in my van at that time or not. I don't know, because I didn't have my key. No, this was yesterday when I was at my cousin's house, he still had my van at the time.
Okay, hang on. So today's Monday.
Right.
Okay. Yesterday was Sunday. We talked to you like Saturday night into early Sunday morning.
Yeah, he had brought me my van that Saturday. It was Saturday. Saturday when I went over their house. He didn't bring me my van back to me until around 3 or 4 o'clock that evening.
And you were at Chris's house.
And I was at my cousin Chris' house.
Okay. I guess you guys are boyfriend, girlfriend right now, but he still does things with Mitra, you think?
No, we is not together. We co-parents. We are not together at all.
Okay. So is he more together with Mitra right now than you? Would you say that?
Yeah. Because the whole reason me going over there was to wash clothes and so he could spend time with his kids.
Okay. So that's something you kind of do out of a courtesy for him,
Right.
just to be in his kid's life.
Right, because you don't have no transportation or nothing.
So as far as sexual activity, are you guys still sexually active?
No.
How long has that been? I mean, you're pregnant, right? So
Yeah.
4 months ago.
Yeah.
Was that the last time you think, or since then?
No, we had intercourse recent, but not, I'd say about maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
The detective repeatedly offers Edna a sense of choice. You can tell us what really happened, or you can keep lying and get into more trouble. In reality, both options lead to disclosure, but the illusion of control appeals to self-determination theory, which suggests people comply more willingly when they believe the decision is their own.
I mean, do you know that he's actively with Mitra at all, or?
At the time I didn't know, but I do now because I questioned her about it,
Okay.
and she told me that they were still intimate or whatever.
Okay. So if you're now, does your cousin Amber, does she know Mitra?
She don't know her, she know of her.
I mean, if she saw Mitra in a van with him, would she know that's Mitra?
I'm pretty sure so.
You think?
So I don't know if she'll know her, you know what I'm saying, when she see her or, because it's been a while.
Help me solve this the rest of the way.
I
Like
mean,
I said, like she said, you know, when the trial jury sees this, the DA looks at it and they're like, man, she really tried to help them get this solved because this guy did something really bad. It just helps you.
Right.
Okay.
But that's really how I know.
Okay. Now, like I said, once again, when we talked last time,
Yeah.
we did that and like 3 or 4 new things came
I
out.
know, it was just,
Now today I got scrub pants and a sock had blood on them. I didn't know that yesterday.
yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
just, I don't know, just nervous.
So, no, I get it. But like she said, if you didn't murder anybody, then I don't want to put you in jail for that.
Right.
Okay? But as of right now, some things are coming around making you look not so credible anymore. So for a case like this, you can't miss anything.
The male detective uses blunt warnings. You could be looking at murder. While the female detective softens the tone, it's better if you just tell us what happened. Alternating between threat and empathy exploits approach. Avoidance theory. Humans instinctively move towards safety and away from threat. The result is emotional confusion. Edna begins seeking emotional refuge in the female detective, who represents perceived safety.
Okay. Like I said, we've already found our victim. There's no more to
I
it.
think it's more to it, but that's just what he was telling me.
What do you think? Why do you think it happened?
Because he was saying that the dude, well, I know he's saying the dude was nosy, but Timothy, he always think people's out to get him. And by him saying that the dude is nosy, you know what I'm saying, he thinks that, because Timothy also said that it's people that got money on his head. He always said that.
Like somebody got a hit out on him?
Yeah. So he always think people is out to get him.
What would make him think something like that?
I don't know.
What gang is he affiliated with?
I think it's, I don't know, it's West Side Crip or something like that.
Crips?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Crips.
Yeah, and he never just really, you know, broke down and told me why.
Was he ever diagnosed like with paranoia or anything
Me
like
personally, I think he bipolar and schizophrenic.
that? You ever take medicine for it?
He's supposed to take medicine, but he's also ADHD.
Okay.
But he haven't been taking his medicine.
How long?
It's been a minute since he took his medicine.
But even without his medicine, he could function fine.
Right.
Day-to-day life.
It's just, he just constantly on the go doing something.
But he doesn't act like super crazy or nothing when he's on
No.
his meds. So everybody that you talked to knew that you saw them carrying out a dead body.
No, they didn't know that I seen him carry out that body, but they know that I told them that he had did something to this man.
When Edna expects standard questioning, the detective suddenly reveals that witnesses have already contradicted her. This violates her expectations, triggering expectancy violation theory. When someone's predictions about an interaction fail, their attention spikes and cognitive control weakens, making them more suggestible. The detective's calm but unexpected revelation, "I've got eyewitnesses saying you were in the van," throws her internal narrative off balance, forcing her to improvise, and improvisation is where deception falters.
Do you know who that man is?
No, I don't.
You don't know? No one ever told you his name?
Well, I didn't find out his name until
Okay, well, you keep calling him man and body, and his name's Anthony.
Anthony.
He was 53. He has a couple kids and a brother that's devastated. Okay? Imagine your kids hearing that they found your body thrown out like a piece of trash and having a reason with that. That's exactly what his kids are going through. Shit, they're our age, going through this. Imagine someone doing that to your mother, or someone that you care about that's older like that, and just disposing of them like they're nothing. How would that make you feel?
I would be upset and devastated too.
Okay, well, that's what that family's going through right now. And we're trying to figure out what happened to them, because they, at the end of the day, regardless of who they were, what they were into, their race, it doesn't matter. Their family deserves to know what happened to their loved one. He was loved, and he stayed by himself from the looks of it, but he was a loved individual, and like I said, had kids. You have kids. So as a mom, you know, you're in this predicament that you yourself put yourself into by seeing or dating Mr. Anthony, and I'm not sorry, Anthony, Mr. Timothy. And I don't believe you're being 100% truthful still.
I am.
Well, I don't believe it. Now, I understand you're telling me the truth, but it's just...
Watch the tone pivot. The detective says his name, Anthony Wilson, and talks about his kids. The humanization isn't small talk. It reframes the case from cleanup to a person was discarded, pushing guilt from abstract to undeniable.
I don't know how else to describe it other than being a hunch, okay? Now, you have kids, and they're all pretty young. What you're looking at is going to send you away for a long time. Are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Is that what I heard? Okay. How far along are you?
1 month.
Okay. So potentially you have 5 kids that will not grow up with their mother. That's how serious this issue is. Okay. How does that make you feel? Besides all this, just how would you feel being taken away from your family until your kids are grown and having someone else raise them? Because that's what you're looking at. So that's why we're asking for your cooperation. I mean, I got 3 kids too. I can't imagine them growing up without me. But that's where you're at now. Okay? So we need to figure out who this guy is that was with Timothy. And I think you know, and for whatever reason, you're not telling me. And I don't understand. Like, what are you hiding?
I don't know his name. I don't know his first name. All I know is his last name is Polk.
Polk.
Yes.
Okay. And when you say you think that's his last name, you know that, or you just heard it?
Well, I heard it. That
From who?
no, I'm saying just like, because I think he had sent me a friend request on Facebook. I do believe. And the last name is Polk, and it looked like the same dude that was with Timothy.
Okay. And you think they might be friends on Facebook?
Yes.
So if I pull his Facebook up, you'd be able to show me who you think it is.
It's
Do you mind logging into your Facebook to show me what you're talking about? Here, hold on.
I don't think let's see what's.
You don't know it?
I don't think I remember. I tried to try it, because I had to change my password.
Here's this. It's on like Wi-Fi thing, so it might log out.
You want me to go to Timothy's page?
Well, did you accept his friend request?
No, I didn't.
It should still be on there. You'll scroll back up. That's just people you may know.
She offers a name fragment, Poke, and a Facebook trail. Digital breadcrumbs beat denials every time. When she logs in, she's not just browsing. She's building the state's map of accomplices with her own hands.
That's his other friend, Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot his name. But that was not him.
Okay.
Anyways, I really don't know his name on Facebook. I just remember seeing that picture and seeing his last name on there was Polk.
What is it? I'll say. Oh, he likes to rap too. Or somebody. No, this is you.
That's Timothy's.
Were you in this video? Is that Timothy, I guess?
Nigga going live. Hey, fuck. Same shit.
You know who that is?
No, I don't.
Is the guy lighter skin? Is that him or no?
No.
So you've seen that one. Who's that?
That's him.
That's Polk.
Mm-hmm. No, wait, hold on. Go to his photos.
So you're telling me this guy and Timothy were the ones that you saw with Mr. Anthony's dead body? Did you and Timothy ever actually discuss what happened to him?
No.
He never told you how he got killed?
No, he never told me nothing.
Okay, so while y'all were in the room together, or while he was wrapping him up, he never said anything to you?
Don't was when I had went to the room for the first time, the dude was already wrapped up in the quilts. I don't know if I was asleep.
Her timeline cracks. I was asleep. I didn't hear anything, maybe a gun. The more she patches, the more gaps appear. Detectives pressure the sequence because lies break at the joints: time, order, and cause.
And I didn't hear nothing the whole time I was asleep.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like if it was a gun or whatever the case may be, then I should have heard it.
Okay.
But I didn't hear nothing. But I don't know what it was.
So you don't know how all the blood got on the mattress?
No, I don't, because I was asleep when it happened.
Okay.
Me and my kids were asleep.
How do you know that?
What do you mean, how do I know that?
How do you know you were asleep when it happened?
When I knew I was asleep because I didn't hear nothing or anything. And when I got up,
Let me tell you something. You don't know when it happened, right? That's when you told me before.
I really don't know when it happened.
But now you're telling me you know you were asleep when it happened. So which one is it?
It had to been that night. So I know I was sleeping. I didn't get up until 5 o'clock this morning.
And you think he was shot. So you're telling me that a gunshot that close to you would not wake you up, but your baby crying would.
I mean,
That
I don't
doesn't
know.
make any damn sense.
I said I don't know if it was a gun or not.
That's what you told me.
I just know that it was a lot of blood on the mattress.
And you told me you thought he shot him. Because from the beginning of this, initially, you just saw him with a body in a blanket. Then, all of a sudden, you held the door for him so they could carry the body outside. Then, we changed it up a little bit more, and you unlocked the car so they could put it in there. Then it changed again to you opened the front door so you could unlock the door. Then, you cleaned up the crime scene for him, right? Now, you know the other guy's last name. And you still didn't fucking call me and tell me this is the guy who helped commit a murder.
Cleaning blood isn't kindness, it's participation. Bleach on doors, towels in the bin, concrete rinsed. That's the line from witness to accomplice. Intent becomes action, and action becomes evidence of concealment.
Like I told you, you got kids, I got kids. Our victim had kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're tearing yourself away from your kids kind of in the same manner that Timothy and Mr. Polk tore away Mr. Anthony from his children, right? So I feel like, once again, you're not being completely truthful. And I want to give you that opportunity to be truthful. Okay? This isn't about you. It's not about me. It's not about him. The only person this is about is Mr. Anthony. Okay? Like I told you. He is dead. He died in a very brutal manner, and he was disposed of in a very brutal manner. Something that, if it were to happen to one of your children, your mother, your auntie, your cousin, whoever that you love, it would have happened to Timothy. Just the sheer, I guess, heinous act behind it and how they did it. That's why we keep saying that it looks like you're cold-blooded and you just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I do.
But I don't want you to be seen, but you're being seen as you don't give a shit. Because you keep online. Okay? Do you want to see your kids grow up and have to see
I
you?
do.
Okay, do you want them to come visit you in the penitentiary, or would you rather see them in person? Who's going to raise them? Because everybody that you just said, that you talked to, that didn't call us, they're going to end up in the same boat as you. So I need you to be truthful. Okay? You want CPS to take the kids away? Place them somewhere else? Okay. You love your babies, right?
Yes, I do.
You have, how what's your 9-year-old's name?
My 9-year-old is Kelly Gray.
Kelly, okay. And is it 7? Or what's their name? Decorian. And then you have a
5-year-old.
what's their name?
Christina.
And then the baby,
Elijah.
So very, very small. The older two, they're kind of old enough where they can kind of comprehend what's going on. The little two, they won't. But you got to think about it in the way that mistakes were made. You're already in it.
The emotional squeeze tightens. Kids, pregnancy, CPS, years away. It's not cruelty, it's consequence. When stakes become personal, truth sometimes arrives, not out of virtue, but because silence suddenly costs more.
Online, you're going to dig that hole even deeper and deeper. Now it's time to try to get yourself out of that so that you can have a family to raise, or have a chance to raise your family, because the kids do need to. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't know who their dad is or anything like that besides Timothy. I don't know how present he is, but it sounds like you're raising them. It sounds like everywhere you go, you take these kids.
I do.
Because they're your babies.
Right.
And you want to see them grow up. Right?
Right.
Okay. Tell me about what happened. Okay? Fully. Names, what you saw, what you witnessed, everything. Like I said, you've already been charged with some stuff. We're trying to prevent you from getting anything else, okay? But ultimately, the goal is to get Mr. Anthony some justice, right?
Right.
He did not deserve to go the way he did. He did not deserve to be disposed of the way that he was. Okay? Once you hear the facts of what happened afterwards and how he, had to kind of commandeer together to get him because people don't want to talk to us or people are hiding evidence from us, I mean, you'll be appalled at it. If you don't already know. Do you know how he was found?
No.
DNA swabs, bond numbers, and a blunt warning. Keep lying, face murder. Credibility is the currency here, and hers is spent. Detectives don't need a confession if the inconsistencies confess for her.
And really, at this point, if you're lying about anything that happened in here, I'll personally write the warrant for you for murder.
I'm not lying.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Once you talk to Timothy, and once you talk to this Pope guy, and figure out what the connection is there. I'm telling you, if it turns out you're lying about something, you're going to face the same charges that they are. Right now, you have about $275,000 worth of bonds on those 2 charges you got currently. I don't know if you were told that or not, but that's what your bonds are right now. $250,000 for the tampering and $25,000 for the failed to report. Stuff that really you could have avoided yourself had you, 1, shown any remorse for any of this, 2, actually gave a shit, and 3, all you had to do was call him with some kind of information, but you didn't. I don't feel bad for you. Initially, I kind of did, but I don't anymore. You know what I feel bad for? I feel bad for the guy that got murdered. The guy that got murdered, the guy that got thrown in the trash, just thrown away like he's nothing, got set on fire, just left out there. And because of actions of Timothy, this other guy, and you, his family's having to suffer through that. Nah, I don't feel bad for you at all. I feel bad for your kids. I'll tell you that. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for your mother having to raise those kids now. But that's a life that you decided to choose. And by you withholding information from us, that really could have been so simple. Because all you had to do is think, this person that was killed, maliciously murdered, and disposed of, deserves some kind of justice. But you know what? I'm going to make it hard for everyone involved. Because I don't want Timothy to get in trouble.
That was not it.
Well, shit, something happened. You must have thought you're going to get in trouble, too. Good luck to you, man. But I don't feel bad for you. And it comes out your line, you'll face murder, too.
I'm not one.
In the end, it isn't Edna who breaks the silence. Timothy does. He walks in, admits the murder, and the sentences follow. 40 years for him, 11 for Christian on tampering, and Edna is still facing her case. Justice didn't chase them. They came to it. The detectives secured powerful admissions and impeachment material that would play well before a jury. First, they locked Edna into specific timelines and denials, then confronted her with independent eyewitness accounts, creating prior inconsistent statements for cross-examination. Second, they elicited detailed descriptions of post-offense conduct, bleach, wiping doors, disposing towels, supporting tampering/accomplice liability, and demonstrating consciousness of guilt. Third, they humanized the victim to rebut minimization and to frame motive and malice. Finally, with Timothy's separate interview providing direct admissions about the shooting and body removal, the state can interlock the statements, corroborate with physical evidence, blood/DNA, vehicle, and meat elements for murder and tampering at trial. According to contemporaneous local reporting, Timothy Eugene Jones pleaded guilty to the 2022 murder of Anthony Wilson in Smith County, Texas. On June 16, 2023, Judge Austin Reeve Jackson sentenced Jones to 40 years imprisonment for murder, with credit for time served. Separately, Jones's associate Christian Navon Whitney Polk, also reported as Navon Whitney Polk, pleaded guilty on August 8, 2023 to tampering with evidence, a human corpse, and received an 11-year sentence. Coverage also notes that Edna Jones was charged with tampering with evidence related to a human corpse. As of the August 2023 report, her case remained pending. These outcomes align with the investigative record. Jones's admissions and corroborating physical evidence tied him to the killing and disposal, while Whitney Polk's role centered on assisting with the body's movement and concealment.